And now, the 2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Sprite. Dallas will get the first possession. Monte is the two with Parsons playing the small forward. Dirk and Chandler up front, and it's Rondo in at the one spot. Got him with the pump fake. Savvy move right there. Nowitzki's got the opening basket of the game for the Mavs.
So often what you're able to do on the road defines who you are as a team, and in the Western Conference where you'll finish in that conference. Lucky for Dallas, they were a very strong road team.
Here's Rondo. Gets to the rim for two with the D all over him. Rondo's got his first points of the night. Right side, Westbrook. Here's Adams. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
Steven Adams, he was taken 12th overall by the Thunder in the... ...2013 draft, viewed as more of a project, but what an impressive start in his rookie season. I think he's the future in terms of the center position for Oklahoma City.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Durant kicks to Westbrook. And good on the basket. Book it.
Well, some weak defensive coverage there, and I'm pretty sure they didn't plan on starting this game out like that, giving such easy access to the rim.
That'll be a 5-second call.
And the pick that the Thunder used to select Adams, acquired in the James Harden trade. They hated to see Harden go, but it seems they got a quality player in Adams. That's for sure. This kid has tremendous potential. They did well to find a talented 7-footer late in the lottery, especially considering how weak the draft was.
That's a great shot if there's 1 second left in the game.
Yeah, that would be the good time to do it. Not now.
Got that one up quick. Durant's got his second bucket of the night.
It's going to be tough for the defense today. If he's got his A game rolling here tonight, we'll see.
And for Steven Adams, just 1 year at the University of Pittsburgh, he got better and better, Steve, as the year wore on.
Yeah, I'll say he's a guy who understands his strengths. He's huge. He's relentless on the offensive glass. Pretty good hands and can finish at the rim. I think he still has a lot of room to grow.
The Thunder have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Here's Nowitzki. The full court prayer falls off target. Durant with it, now guarded by Parsons. Westbrook can't get it to go.
He's just trying to get something going, but that's not his shot. That's too far out.
Yeah, in no way is that going to endear him to anybody on the coaching staff.
And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. Here's Westbrook. Goes up on the wing. Another miss by Westbrook.
And poor shooting from him this quarter. His shooting percentage nowhere near where he'd like it to be.
Oklahoma City's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Rondo with it. Whoops, they pick off the pass. The offensive rebound. Durant dishes to Westbrook. Outside for Durant. From deep three-point range, the long distance three is good. Durant's got 7. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Well, Dallas coach Rick Carlisle has demonstrated his versatility throughout his coaching stops in Detroit, Indiana, and Dallas. Not really a system coach. He adapts to the talent that he has on each individual team.
Dallas calls their first time out of the game. He's checked in for Chandler. Jefferson comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. And unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
Boy, their struggles continue. Turnovers a major factor.
Yeah, and a little too casual, a little Joe Cool here to start the game, and that can be problematic.
The lead pushed to double digits. And that's now 7 points for Russell Westbrook.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
Yeah, they're making the right play, they're working together, and they're just looking for the best shot they can every possession.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
The baseline change, and the officials call traveling violation.
So much has been made about whether this is Durant's team or Westbrook's team, but in reality, I think it's both of their teams. I mean, Durant does what he does. He's an elite scorer, as is Westbrook. They couldn't be the team they are, the Thunder, without both of those guys being excellent and leading the way they do.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Cantor comes in for Adams, and it's Waiters in for Andre Robertson. I like that they're taking it inside and taking advantage of each opportunity, Clark, to chip away at the deficit.
Yeah, and doing it with the dunk is a major energizer, too. Gets the momentum going.
Yeah, and I think the interior defense, as good a job offensively as we saw, the defensive presence was almost non-existent. They may see this lead disappear if they continue to give up those easy points.
Cantor's shot is off. Yeah, guys, a lot of people thought that Durant would blossom with more of the offensive focus on him. But, Steve, the Thunder had showed they're not the same team and struggled when Westbrook was out.
Well, and it really shouldn't be a surprise. Westbrook's an elite talent in this league. Remove him from any team, it'll hurt. I think it was people speculating how much Durant could carry this team on his own. But the fact of the matter is Durant needs Westbrook and vice versa.
8 seconds. 1:10 left in the first quarter, and that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds.
Now, rare to find yourself in the lead when you're turning the ball over like they are.
Well, if they want to build on the lead, then they've got to take better care of the ball. It's that simple. I mean, they've got to do a better job with the basketball.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Nick Collison's checked in for Ibaka. Morrow comes in for Kevin Durant. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Russell Westbrook. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
Boy, their frenetic defense has really been impressive, putting a lot of pressure on ball handlers and turning them over.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
He's perfect from the line this time.
You look at the Thunder, they're really the epitome of patience. They build through the draft model, constructing a contender with consistency and just a solid approach every day. That's why they are, year in and year out, so tough to handle.
51 seconds left in the first. Three-pointer Augustine can't get it to go. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Correa, the pass to Harris. Augustine grabs the board.
That's an easy shot there. That's a shot that he should make more often than not.
23 seconds on shot clock. 23.
.35 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Correa, and it's blocked, and they're able to recover. Here's Villanueva, and at last they get one to fall.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
Now the story is points in the paint, Clark. I mean, they're getting point-blank shots every time down.
Now Cantor. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And he gets the bucket. Here is Barea, trailing by 5. The feed to Harris. Stoudemire kicks to Harris. He's looking for Stoudemire. He finds him, and that one's good.
Yes,
Stoudemire's got his second bucket of the night.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Yeah, they've been the aggressors, Clark, and getting the ball inside into that lane area has been huge.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
Pretty good start defensively. This club forced some mistakes and took advantage, and that's how they've built this lead.
And they've built the lead because not only have they forced turnovers, but they've taken care of the ball themselves. So that's a winning combination.
Tomorrow out there at Nick Collison. Then there's DJ Augustine. And then there's Steven Adams. And it's Roberson with the 2. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. And first time of the game called for Oklahoma City. Trailed by 3. And here's Barea. Here's Chandler. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down. This game's going to take a big swing. Clark, if the D continues to clear out like that and give up easy dunks.
yeah, that's the kind of defense we expect to see in a blowout, Kevin, or even an exhibition game, not a close game like this.
Look how frustrated Steve is.
You know what? Come on, Ken. I just like that he didn't choose to just lay it up there. I mean, he threw it down with force.
A chance here to catch up with the fourth member of our crew. Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, guys, who wouldn't like a raise of over 17 times their current salary? That's what Chandler Parsons received this offseason. Going from making under $1 million a season to earning 3 years, $46 million. And Kevin, Parsons was a steal at his prior salary, but at $15 million a season, he'll need to continue to improve.
Still young with a very versatile game. Doris, thank you.
You know, everybody knows that the Thunder are a good offensive team, but the reason why is they have such balance offensively. They can put the ball in the basket a number of different ways from a number of different spots.
Substitution.
Dallas making a switch here. Rondo's checked in. That's good. Rondo's got his second bucket.
Oh, man, he goes old school on us with the finger roll.
The Thunder with the lead. Westbrook dishes to Durant. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession.
No, the Thunder don't leave points on the table, as you mentioned. They can drive, knock down jumpers and threes, and they know how to get to the line as well. Very well-rounded offense.
Outside Rondo. Nowitzki sets a screen for Rondo. There's the foul. It's on Jeremy Lamb. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Third team foul.
Here's Rondo. Off the inbound pass.
Easy call there.
No question about that one. You could hear the impact from where I am.
For Dallas, they have...
And now, presented by Sprite, the 2K pregame show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports, and the NBA season is about to begin. Tip-off coming up shortly from Oracle Arena as the Golden State Warriors will be going up against the San Antonio Spurs. Well, for San Antonio, finally we get to stop talking about this team and actually get to see them in action. Feels like it's been a long offseason. Hey, somebody we know very well, a colleague of ours, Steve Kerr, now the head coach of the Golden State Warriors. How's it going to go for him, you think, Shaq?
Well, he's going to be a defense-to-first coach. Even though he was a shooter, he always played defense first. And as a guard that could shoot, he can help the guards improve team shooting.
He was a triangle guy, too.
Triangle guy comes from the
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet?
It's Thursday night, and it's the NBA here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan here, along with Doris Burke, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg. Happy you could join us. It's all about the Western Conference. That's where the action is today as the Golden State Warriors get ready to battle. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. On the floor for San Antonio. Down low, it's Duncan and Splitter. Parker and Danny Green are your one and your two. And it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. Well, going into last season, Thiago Splitter accepting a 4-year, $36 million extension, Steve, from the Spurs.
A lot of people questioned the value of that contract, but Splitter more than earned it with his play throughout the regular season and in the playoffs. He's versatile, he can pass, he can defend, and even though his numbers were down a little bit last year, he made tremendous impact just in terms of their interior play.
Now Green after the missed three from Stephen Curry. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. Outside, Green. The shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Beyond the arc, and then some. Thompson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. That'll be a 5-second call.
And Splitter clearly, when you look at him offensively, is not a floor spacer. He's a guy who's going to finish inside. He's going to set solid screens. Even though he plays close to the basket, his field goal percentage dropped by almost 10% over the last couple of seasons. He was once superb in that area. Now he's just rock solid. But with the Spurs, his role, rock solid is good enough. We've just seen them make mistakes on back-to-back trips. But those turnovers could have been avoided. Careless mistakes.
Absolutely, Clark. They've got to have a tighter handle on the ball.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time.
Splitter still shooting over 90% of his shots in the paint, but less effective down low. Injuries perhaps a factor. We'll see if he can bounce back.
Thompson misses. Here's Leonard. Green inside. Curry meets him. Duncan dishes to Splitter. Back to Duncan. Just 5 on the clock. Goes back up. Oh, that's blocked. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. The Warriors have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Curry with it. Iguodala kicks to Curry. Another miss by Curry.
And it seems like nothing is falling for him this quarter. He's really out of his rhythm.
And he gets it to go.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's keeping the ball moving. Defense hasn't been able to set up.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first.
You know, Golden State historically has always been a dangerous offensive team, but it's really their defensive improvement that triggered their elevation into the upper echelon of the NBA.
The feed to Green. Kicks it out to Iguodala. And he sinks that one in the back of the rim on the way in. Iguodala's got his first points of the game. Spurs trail by 8. And they get it. Offensive rebound. Here's Duncan. Off target at the rim.
This is why you need size inside. The ability to contest shots and force misses.
Steve, that's exactly right. Even when you get in close, it's still a tough shot. If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something right.
It's such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
Curry with the steal. Here's Green. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Remains Golden State ball. 20 seconds.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Curry outside, and he gets the bucket. Curry's got 9.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
I agree, guys. Points not up in a hurry when you start giving up easy looks from long range.
Stolen by Thompson. And it's the Warriors on the break. Thompson with the ball.
Slam dunk by Clay.
Really come together immediately, threatening to run away with this game.
It's hard to imagine they'll be able to stay as hot as they've been so far, but if they can, watch out.
Well, Klay Thompson, the son of former #1 draft pick Michael Thompson, but totally different games. His father was a big man, played inside. Just a knockdown shooter from deep.
The Warriors making a switch here. Lee's checked in. San Antonio also making some changes. Baines is checked in, and it's Ginobili in for Daniel Green. There's the bucket good.
Well, as they continue to dominate, you wonder just how much higher this lead might get.
I think it really could get out of hand, and you can credit their defense just as much as their offense for that.
And Clay's father, Michael, often his toughest critic, he tells Clay, post those smaller guards up and don't always fail. I can hear him saying
that's why I'm laughing. Sounds just like Michael, who knew how to handle himself with his back to the goal as a college and pro fan himself.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Andrew Bogut checked in for Barnes. Barbosa comes in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. San Antonio also making some changes. Boris Diaz checked in for Duncan. Bellinelli comes in for Leonard. And it's Mills in for Parker. They get it again. Bogut, the pass to Lee. Kicks to Barbosa. There's the triple. And the shot is good.
Doing a great job here. Able to create some second chance points with their extra effort and hustle.
Spurs trail by 19. Here's Diaw. No good, unable to end this run.
And I don't really like that shot. He can make it occasionally, but to me, that's too deep.
And that definitely wasn't one of them.
And it's Barbosa, again missing.
Well, that's a low percentage shot right there.
Yeah, it sure is. I mean, he's got to be thinking out there a little better. Make the pass in that situation. Don't force a bad shot.
Ball's knocked loose.
Not sure what he was thinking there. That's embarrassing.
You think? I mean, come on now. Doesn't he realize there's a game going on here?
Huge advantage for them already.
And as well as they've played at both ends so far, this lead might continue to grow.
Here's Mills. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession.
Golden State ball.
There's 39 seconds left to play in the first. Livingston kicks to Iguodala. Here's Barbosa. Stolen away. Here's Diaw. And Barbosa pulls it down. Warriors lead by 21. And so they foul intentionally.
That's his
I
first
have no
personal
idea
foul.
why he was fouling
First
there.
team foul.
And even the foul, I mean, you can't be wrapping guys up like that. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. That's a meaningless play.
Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession.
Remains Golden State ball.
And there's an intentional foul, but I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, tough to explain that one. Looks like he just lost his focus.
The Warriors shooting their first free throws of the game.
And you look at the numbers from a year ago, guys. This is a play that hit about 75% of his free throws.
Livingston. 2 shots.
And he ends up missing both free throws. From midcourt, here's Diaw. And the heave doesn't get to the rim. And we welcome you back to more NBA action. Players looking hydrated and plenty of Gatorade to help them get their job done tonight. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Warriors.
Well, they've definitely had the hot hand from the three-point line so far. Always nice to start out like that.
You know, they've also shown some real tenacity here early on tonight. It's paid off.
Tore it down that time. It's not possible what we just said. Clark, is that possible?
Not probable, but it is possible, partner.
It's possible. Not
Holy
probable.
smokes.
It is possible. I don't know what all that meant, but you're right, Clark.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
He's having a very inefficient game, guys. 5 turnovers now, and those are just wasted possessions.
And the Spurs making a change here. Splitters checked in.
Well, for Tim Duncan with age, the Spurs have looked to reduce his minutes load during the regular season, but when he's on the court, he remains as efficient as ever.
Warriors leading by 21. Curry kicks to Thompson. Pass to Green. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
That was some skill there. Nice use of the bounce pass.
Here is Parker. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Well, you talk about the elite point guards in the NBA. A lot of times Tony Parker's name gets overlooked. Something about playing in San Antonio seems to keep you off the radar, but make no mistake, Parker is a true star and, most importantly, a proven winner.
And Parker Clark, a 6-time All-Star, 3-time NBA champion, heavily decorated player.
Yeah, he really is. He should have become the Spurs' first 20-year guy. Now, how crazy would that be? He came to the Spurs at 19, so he's got an outside chance at it. He said his body feels great. The way Pop manages minutes for his guys. He thinks he can play at a high level for a long time. That'll be fun to watch to see if it happens.
Good story, you're right.
Yeah.
And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kevin, the Spurs, not necessarily a glamour franchise, but maybe the NBA's model franchise. The longest streak of 15-win seasons in league history, 5 championships, and a litany of former Spurs working as head coaches and GMs around the league. Tim Duncan said people aren't envious of their image, but they're envious of how they run things. They get it done, Kevin.
They sure do. An incredible run. Thanks, Doris.
And you got to like the defense inside, really protecting the rim.
Challenging shots and making his presence felt around the rim, that's exactly what he can give you.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played.
Timeout Spurs.
And Antonio calls timeout.
Well, David Lee, a 2-time All-Star. Over the past 5 seasons, he's averaged about 19 points and over 10 boards a game. Impressive numbers.
And Steph Curry with the foul. That's his first foul.
Third team foul.
Green kicks to Duncan. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Duncan's got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, beautiful assist. That's a couple of teammates clearly on the same page.
And David Lee so consistently productive, and yet he's had his critics.
Well, I think part of it is because people tend to focus on what guys can't do sometimes instead of all the things they do. And David Lee gives you consistent production as a scorer, as a finisher, and he's an underrated passer as well. And you know what you're going to get from him every time he steps between those lines. Great effort and pretty consistent production.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Guys, thank you. I got a chance to hear what Greg Popovich was saying to his team. He told his guys that their offense needed to run through Tim Duncan. Coach reminded his guys that he is the centerpiece of their offense, and he's the one they want with the most freedom to operate. The other thing he stressed was the need to be disciplined on offense. He asked for good ball movement and good shot selection. Guys, they've got a decent hole to dig themselves out. But still a lot of time left to do it. We'll see if those adjustments help.
Thanks, Doris. Clark, I'm guessing that wasn't the plan for the D on that trip.
And I'm agreeing with you there. Once they opened the lane up for him, that was a little emphasis on that finish.
Take what the defense gives you and then just power it home, right? Why not?
The putback and the shooting by David Lee.
And the rebounding numbers don't actually tell the whole story. I mean, they're barely ahead in that category, but When they've needed them, they've gotten them. They've really battled hard.
It's their work on the glass, Steve, that's prevented any kind of momentum swing.
Parker drives in. The Warriors pull it in. Green's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
He's really lacking in confidence out there. 0 field goals made so far in this game.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
Well, Coach Greg Popovich is a big believer in what he calls corporate knowledge, the idea that continuity breeds success through players truly understanding the system at a deep level.
The Warriors making a switch here. Iguodala's checked in. Thompson from long range. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound.
There's some good defense for you. I mean, for somebody who's as good at shooting a three as he is, you need a defender who's equally adept at guarding against it. That was well done.
Well, then they picked the right guy to put on it.
And as much as Popovich, Clark values that continuity, the team's principles really never stands still. He adapts to his personnel and adjusts his strategies.
And that's a credit to any really good leader. And I've heard it said that leadership is everything when you're talking organizations, team sports. And that's a great point. I mean, the Spurs have won going big, they've won going small, they've won as a defensive-focused team, they've won as an offensive-focused team. I mean, they haven't changed their core principles, but to Popovich's credit, he has adjusted styles based on his personnel and where they are in their career cycle.
Thompson, whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
People knew that he could shoot the ball coming out of college, but I don't think teams knew that Klay Thompson would develop into the dead-eye shooter that he's become. He is a flat-out laser, and he can go to get into zones where he just doesn't miss, whether he's open or well-guarded.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Andrew Bogut checked in for Green. Barbosa comes in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. On the wing, it's Iguodala. Three-pointer. No good.
Tell you, he had all the time in the world to get that shot off.
Bellinelli dishes to Mills. That's good. Mills has got his first 2 points. And Steve, with Klay, you know not every team thought of him as an elite shooter, or he wouldn't have gone as late as he did in the draft. But with his size, he has incredible range, and that has proved to be a factor in his play.
Yeah, and one thing he's been able to do this last season is find ways to quicken that release. So now he can get that three off in the blink of an eye. He's a big, strong kid, and doesn't need much room at all to let it fly. So, what an incredible weapon to have on offense.
To the paint, here's Iguodala. Dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
Well, now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
And it's the Spurs ball. They're on a 17-7 run. Ginobili attacking. Good. Ginobili's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Then you can feel the pattern of this game, guys. They're working it inside, dominating in the paint, getting good shots at will.
Well, 4 of their last 5 baskets, guys, have been of exactly that variety.
To the wing right side. Here. Diaw. That falls nice speed that time for Manu Ginobili. Diaw's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Very clever passing. That was just beautifully done.
Livingston passes to Iguodala. Got it up. And no good trying to get that one. And we finish one half of basketball. Warriors lead by 9. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Thank you, Kevin. Andre, what has been the underlying principle of how you and the team have taken the floor tonight?
Communication.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway.
Curry is playing extremely well.
He's got 21 points. He is giving them serious matchup problems because he can score inside and out.
Well, that's the hardest kind of guy to defend there.
On the wing, Thompson and Iguodala. Harrison Barnes is out there with Green, and it's Curry in at the 1. That's the Warriors' 5.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Thompson for 3. An absolute clown from three-point range. Thompson's got 8 points.
Right back at you. They immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading punches, that's how you answer.
Double team on Parker. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam, you're right.
If he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Thompson for 3. Rebounds San Antonio. Splitter's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Leonard attacking, and he gets it to go. Green's got 5 points now in the quarter.
I really think that's the area they want to work the ball into, and it takes passing like that to get it done. Kawhi Leonard has been talked about and mentioned as the future of the San Antonio Spurs. Is all he is, and already a great defender and a much improved shooter from his days at San Diego State.
Spurs trail by 8. Parker kicks to Duncan. Parker drives in, and that comes off the assist by Duncan. 6 points for Parker.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but their cutting, their movement together as a unit that's led to that.
Lays it up and banks it in. Parker's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
Yeah, that's 4 straight trips, guys, where their passes have ended up in scores. 4 straight assists. Great team play.
Barnes kicks to Curry. Into Green. Pass to Curry. Fires the 3. Curry with another miss.
He can't get anything to drop, and the way he's scoring, I'm not sure it's something he should try to shoot his way out of.
Well, that might only serve to make things worse, Steve. Sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. You know, he may lack grace, but his length makes up for it. He can still throw it down now.
Well, you don't have to be a fantastic leaper when you're his size.
Well, it's too bad because with a little more athleticism, can you imagine how dangerous he'd be underneath the boards?
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, guys, David Lee is one of the more skilled power forwards in the NBA. He credits his skill level in part to growing legs. He said, I wasn't always the biggest guy growing up. I was actually a point guard my freshman year of high school. I played swing and some at guard. Kevin, he kept those skills as he grew.
The best passing big man in the game, Doris. Thank you. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. The pass to Iguodala. Lets it fly, and that's going to be a treble.
Boy, in a close game especially, those plays really hurt. Andre Iguodala, one of the elite athletes in the NBA. Great ball handler, and when he gets to the rim, he's right up there with LeBron James as far as being one of the most high-percentage finishers in the league.
Parker dishes to Green. It's stolen by Curry. Thompson passes to Iguodala. Three-pointer, and that's going to be a treble.
San Antonio ball.
The Spurs have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the 3rd. A 75% clip. Parker with it. He's picked up by Lee. Split it. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
And you got to like the defense inside, really protecting the rim.
Challenging shots and making his presence felt around the rim. That's exactly what he can give you. You know, as great as Iguodala's strength and athleticism are, I think it's his IQ for the game that really sets him apart. I mean, you see all of that in his alertness and anticipation defensively, and also in his playmaking on the offensive end.
Every time it gets scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now, got to make a defensive adjustment here, Clark. Time to collapse inside, force the ball back out in the perimeter, make them beat you from long range.
Mano Ginobili is checked in for San Antonio. Boris Diaz checked in for Daniel Green.
Boris Diaz.
Well, and for Iguodala, the savvy off-the-court two guys. One of the attractions, Steve, for him playing in the Bay Area, connecting with the area's innovators and venture capitalists.
He's a bright guy. You know, back in 2011 during the labor negotiations, he actually spent time interning with a major bank. So, I mean, this is a guy with a bright future beyond basketball.
The Warriors trail. Here's Curry with the three, and that one's good. Curry's got 24 points.
You know, the more these three-pointers continue to drop, the more you can sense the frustration coming from this defense.
No question. No matter what they're throwing at them, they've not been able to take that shot away.
Parker with it. Now Green defending. Leonard attacking. That's good. Leonard's got 6 in the quarter.
And, yeah, they're moving the ball now. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assisted buckets.
Steve, nothing makes a coach smile as much as pure, selfless teamwork.
Took him no time at all.
They're starting to give him a little too much space here in the second half. That's his third three-pointer since the break.
Left side, Leonard. Teardrop shot. Here's Diaw. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Diaw's got it all tied up now for the Spurs. Thompson for the triple. Another three for Golden State.
Tell you what, until this defense gets out and defends the three-point line, it's going to be a parade.
Yeah, we've already seen 3 in a row from out there.
Parker kicks to Diaw. Ginobili attacking. It's good. The assist that time from Diaw.
Yes,
7 points for Manu Ginobili.
Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Well, if this game comes down to the rebounding battle, they'll be the ones coming out on top.
Yeah, they've been really strong in the paint, battling the glass.
Warriors have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. Iguodala, and he jams it with authority.
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Still, I mean, start. That he'd even try that right now.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Down low. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to 1 on the bucket from Leonard. Leonard's got 13. The Warriors have gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. No good from Lee.
Yeah, that's a low percentage shot right there.
Yeah, it sure is. I mean, he's got to be thinking out there a little better. Make the pass in that situation. Don't force a bad shot. That was the 3rd straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical. Be more aggressive.
I agree, Clark, but it doesn't look like they have the will to do that at this moment.
8 seconds left in the third quarter. It's Parker with the drive. Blanketed by the D. Fights to the rim for the layup. 12 points for him.
Beautiful job angling his body, shielding the big man from the ball on his way to the basket.
That's really the only way to do it if you're going to take it down there amongst the tall trees.
And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Well, with this assist, it shows you just what a well-rounded guard he really is. Kind of a combo guard, even though he's listed as a shooting guard. Really a diverse offensive skill set.
We're almost seeing more of that, aren't we? It's like guys that have point guard skills that can play both those positions.
Yeah, for sure.
On the court for San Antonio. Mills at point with Bellinelli. They're the backcourt. Green out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Baines in at the 5 spot.